Alright guys, welcome along to a new video. Now we're going to be talking about critical thinking in this episode, and this is something that I think is sorely lacking in the world right now. There's a lot of stuff out there getting fed to us, and everybody's just, if you see it on the internet, if you're reading it on Facebook or Twitter and whatnot, you almost take it as gospel from time to time, and I don't think that's a healthy way to approach anything. I think you need to have a healthy level of critical thinking, and we're going to get into a few tips here on how you can get better with that. Alright, so the first tip I've got for you is question assumptions. Challenge the assumptions behind the information or arguments that are presented to you. Ask yourself why you should accept something as true and evaluate the underlying evidence. And speaking of evidence, number 2 is to seek evidence. Look for reliable and credible evidence to support or refute claims. Rely on verifiable facts, data and reputable sources to form your opinions. Number 3 is to analyse arguments. Break down the arguments into their components and evaluate their logical structure. Identify any fallacies or weaknesses in reasoning and consider alternative viewpoints. Number 4 is to consider multiple perspectives. Be open-minded and consider different viewpoints and perspectives on a given topic. This helps you develop a more comprehensive understanding and avoid biases. Number 5 is to evaluate sources. Assess the credibility and expertise of the sources providing the information. Consider the author's qualifications, potential biases, and the publication's reputation. Number 6, and this is a difficult one for me because I'm trying to be as optimistic as I can at the best of times. I love making videos to try and help people out. Number 6 is to practice skepticism. Develop a healthy skepticism towards information, especially on contentious topics. Be cautious of misinformation, fake news and manipulation tactics. Number 7 is reflect and self-critique. Continuously reflect on your own thinking process. Challenge your own biases and assumptions and be willing to revise your opinions based on new evidence. 8 is to develop problem-solving skills. Critical thinking often involves problem solving. Enhance your ability to analyse problems, identify possible solutions and evaluate the potential outcomes. Number 9 is to enhance information literacy. Improve your ability to find, evaluate and use information effectively. Learn how to navigate through vast amounts of information and differentiate between reliable and unreliable sources. And finally, practice active listening. Engage in active listening to fully understand others' perspectives. Ask clarifying questions and seek deeper insights to gain a more comprehensive understanding of the different viewpoints. So that's it for this video, and you just need to remember that critical thinking, it's a skill that develops with practice. There's a lot of stuff in there that I have to work on as well. It's one of these skills in today's world that, as I said, I think it's sorely lacking in today's world. It's almost learned out of people in their early education, and something that I think the world is really crying out for more people that are critical thinkers, and getting outside of that box and not following the wrong crowd. I've been guilty of that in the past as well. We all make mistakes, and if you practice critical thinking and getting better with that, you could avoid some of the pitfalls that I have personally fell into in the past. I like to trust people as best I can. Like, normally I freely give trust to someone, and this should really be a short, this piece of information, but I found in the long run, trust easy, yes, but you need to protect yourself as well, and critical thinking is a big part of that. So practice these tips, try and get better with them, and see how it helps you get on in whatever situations you find yourself in. So if you'd like to let me know how you get on with that, please feel free to comment below this video if you happen to be listening to it on the podcast. You can email me at I can't even remember what the email is for that podcast. It's just here'syourders@gmail.com, I think it is. So feel free to email me there, share your story. Once again, anything that comes to me via email, I tend to keep 100% quiet. I don't share the private stuff online. So, you've nothing to worry about if you send anything to me via email. I'll keep it fully confidential. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, share it along. That's the big thing right now. I need you guys to help me out and start sharing the content on. If you think it's going to help someone else, feel free to share it on. You'd really help me out by doing that, and definitely, give it a thumbs up there as well. So until the next one, whatever you're doing, stay safe, and I'll talk to you all then.